I'm editing the article here quickly, but I got one of the names wrong, so I'm just going to fix that. I called the one game Mandy. It's actually called Incredible Mandy.
Nintendo news, viewer questions, player spotlight, and our Nintendo Time Portal is all coming up. Stay tuned! The Nintendo Chit Chat podcast starts shortly. Support this podcast by blasting that like button, sharing the stream, and subscribing right now. Grab the audio version of the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast on iTunes, Google Music, SoundCloud, or Player FM. Gamers, get ready! The Nintendo Chit Chat podcast with your host, EDDY RAY and Samantha Leinhard, starts right now.
All right, and welcome everybody. EDDY RAY here from Nintendo Chit Chat. Welcome to episode 28 of the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast. And we have a lot of things to talk to you guys about. We have our Nintendo News Bites article. We have our time portal, what games we're playing. We have a winner to announce from last week's Turtle Pop live stream, which we did on Facebook and uploaded to YouTube. We've got your questions, the player spotlight, so much to talk to you guys about today. So welcome. Good to see you guys. We've got Daryl, Dank, we've got Fernando, we've got Anita on Facebook. Good to see you all. And again, we are dual streaming this podcast on both Facebook and YouTube once again. So welcome. Don't forget, guys, we have some really cool merchandise you can check out on TeePublic. Simply search for Nintendo Chit Chat. We've got some cool t-shirts, a few different designs as well for a late night show, Nintendo Chit Chat show, and for a regular kind of logo that we have for Nintendo Chit Chat. So if you guys want to follow along, do so going to nintendochitchat.com and read along the article with us. We have plenty of trailers linked as well. We have some cool announcements to talk about too as well, which is going to make this a fun podcast. So we got Hannah in chat too. All right, guys, so we'll get things started here in about 30 seconds with Samantha. So we'll be right back in a bit. Stay tuned.
You're listening to the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast with your host, Eddie Ray and Samantha Leinhard. We'll be right back after the short break. Visit our website at nintendochitchat.com and catch up on everything Nintendo. You're listening to the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast with your host, Eddie Ray and Samantha Leinhard.
All right, guys, welcome to, again, episode 28 of the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast here. We're trying some new things on Facebook here, and some of these widgets aren't quite up to par, so I'll make sure I get rid of that, and hopefully we can get it fixed here, or wait till they update the widget here in XSplit. But we're ready to go here with Samantha. So Samantha, welcome back to episode 28 of the podcast.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. We were just discussing before we started the podcast about some storms moving through the air, but I think we should be fine. Most of the storms are south of you and also south of me too, which is good. So I think we'll be good to go. If we have a power outage here, I apologize, but I think we should be good. Again, no thunder, just some rain right now, so we'll be fine. All right, so how was the week starting from Monday up till today, Friday?
A little slower than usual, but we've also got some good announcements at the same time. So some good announcements, but just not as many as we've had, I think, last week or the week before.
Yeah, it seems more balanced out, I think, but it seems kind of quiet as well for the summertime, so maybe one of these times it's finally quiet for the Switch, but only in the slightest, I guess you could say, because we have a lot of things coming up for fall and, of course, the holidays too. But let's kick things off here with the Nintendo Switch news. Of course, we have a new Nintendo Labo kit, and this is a big kit, actually. This is a Toy-Con number 3, is that right?
Yes, so they're calling this the vehicle kit, and this is coming on September 14th for $69.99, and it's including a car, I think a plane or a helicopter, something like that, and then a submarine.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I was watching the YouTube video of it earlier, and it looks pretty neat. The buggy or hybrid tractor thing has a saw blade that comes out and cuts down trees. You can go underwater. This flight sticks for flying. So it seems like it's a pretty in-depth kit. So if you guys are interested in Labo, do keep an eye out on this. And when is this coming out? The 14th of September, right? So a couple months away.
Yes.
And that goes for $69.99. So that's pretty cool. Let me know, guys, if you're actually interested in this. I'm kind of am, but I don't want to build it myself. I want to buy it pre-made. I want to save myself some time if I could, but it just looks fun to me. But all right, so let's move along in the news. We have some cool announcements to talk to you guys about. We have a rhythm fighting game, and what's this called?
Yeah, so this is called Phrase Fight, and it's unclear exactly how it plays, although it did come out, I believe, for the PC in Japan. And so yes, this is a rhythm fighting game, and so it's going to be available in all the different modes. They mentioned that it's going to support HD Rumble and have two-person gameplay with one Joy-Con for each player. So hopefully it's going to be playable at the start of August at some sort of con. So hopefully we will learn more about what exactly this plays like then.
Yeah, so if you like rhythm games and fighting games, keep an eye out for this then. Looks pretty cool. All right, moving along in the news bites, we have Megaton Rainfall. And this is like an action game. I think you play as superhero and you're kind of fighting against an alien invasion. Is that right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, Alien Invasion. Yeah, you're a superhero. It's first person. For its initial release, there was a VR version, but now there's coming to other systems. And so let me see. I don't think, did they say? Oh yes, August 9th. It's coming to the Switch on August 9th.
Yeah, so about a week and a half away, so keep your eyes out for that. Looks like a pretty good title if you're interested in alien invasions and first-person games. All right, then we have an action-adventure game called Mandy coming to the Switch here. In addition
Incredible
to the PC.
Mandy, actually.
Okay, that's right. Incredible Mandy.
Updated.
Yeah, no problem. I have to refresh my page here. But so this is like a, I guess, action-adventure. It's like maybe some platforming mixed in here as well.
Yeah, it looks sort of like a Zelda-like game, maybe a little like Rhyme.
Yeah.
Like right now, the environments look a little empty, maybe, but we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, the screenshot I have here is like this floating kind of level or platform. It looks kind of interesting to me, but we'll keep an eye out for this. This is called The Incredible Mandy then, again coming to the Switch and the PC. All right, moving along, we have another rhythm game, but not fighting, just rhythm. And this is it's called Citus, being remade as well, right?
Yes, so this is from Rayark, which made Voaz and Demo. And so this, they released it as a mobile game first, I believe, but now they are completely remaking it from the ground up for the Switch as Citus Alpha. And it's going to have a new control scheme. I believe they said 400 songs compared to the 200 the original had. So yes, it's going to be a good, good solid rhythm game.
Awesome. That's a lot of songs. Yeah, for sure. So keep an eye out for this, guys. Again, it's being remade from originally from Citus, now to Citus Alpha. Very cool. All right, moving along, we have Warlocks 2 Godslayers announced. And this is for all major platforms, including the Switch and PC versions. They're planned for October. And this goes for $19.99. It's like a retro kind of fighting side-scrolling game here, I guess.
Yeah, action RPG. It's got co-op. I think it also is going to be humorous. So not too serious of a game, but a fun game to play with your friends.
Cool,
and yes,
especially
the
with
Switch
co-op.
and PC versions are coming first, and that's going to be in October for $19.99.
Wow, really? The Switch and PC versions are coming first? That's a good one.
Yeah.
It never happens that way, does it? Hardly, anyway. Usually we hear about everything else is already coming out, and then the Switch later on.
Yeah, the Switch and PC are getting it in October, and then PlayStation and Xbox are getting it in early 2019. So
that's good. Yeah, Daryl says, true, that hardly ever happens, but I guess with the Switch being successful, you know, why not put it out first with the PC version? That's cool, because Sony can wait. All right, moving along, here we have the Inner World. So Head Up Games announced Inner World, and also Inner World The Last Wind Monk are coming to the Switch in early August. And are these point-and-click games, I believe?
Yeah, these are point-and-click adventure games. They were on the PC previously, so it looks like they just decided to bring both of them, and not even making you wait very long. They're both coming in early August, so that's nice to see.
Yeah,
they just bring the game and its sequel.
August is going to be a pretty busy month then with the games coming out. So I told you a little lax in information here, but a lot of games coming in August. So keep your eyes peeled on that Switch eShop. All right, then we have Surgeon Simulator CPR announced for this fall. And they're making use of the Joy-Cons, I guess motion controls, and also HD Rumble too, I think. So also co-op play ready. So if you're interested in these kind of games,
that's what CPR stands for.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, CPR is co-op play ready. So there you go. If you like these kind of games, I think the Switch will make it pretty fun with those controls and the HD Rumble. So keep your eyes out for that this fall, guys. All right, then Irony Curtain from Matryoshka with Love. This is like a Russian theme, I think. Is that right?
Yes, this is a satirical point-and-click adventure game that is sort of a parody of communist regimes. So yes, it looks like this is going to be an amusing one.
Yeah, I guess there'll be lots of Russian interference with this one then as well. So keep your eyes out for that one, guys. That's cool. It kind of fits the theme with all the political things happening right now in the country. So there you go. We have the graphic here of the logo and this character. It has like this big red buzzer. It's probably like a nuclear buzzer or whatever to send out the missiles to the USA, I'm sure. All right, so cool. Then we have Salt and Sanctuary. I think we mentioned this a few podcasts back, if I recall correctly. But it's coming to the eShop.
When I saw the news that it was coming on August 2nd, my first thought was, oh yeah, that's coming. But then when I looked at it some more, it seemed like everyone was surprised. So I think maybe there was speculation that it was coming, but they hadn't
be.
announced it, in which case it was just a surprise. Oh, it's almost here.
That might be the
Salt
case,
Sanctuary is coming to the eShop on August 2nd for $17.99. And then there's going to be a retail edition called the Drowned Tome Edition that's coming this holiday season.
Awesome. We have Castform in YouTube chat saying they need to make more games like the Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy. Yeah, those are actually pretty good rhythm games, so I kind of agree with that. So good to see Yoshi, Tyler, Fernando, Ferrari. Good to see you guys. Hannah as well. Welcome to the podcast, episode 28. All right, so moving along from Salt and Sanctuary, we have Nickelodeon Kart Racers, another kart racing game coming to the Switch. Also PS4, Xbone, due out October 23rd for $39.99. Any word on online play at all?
Let me see. I think they said something about multiplayer at least. So they said
know All-Star Fruit Racing was
they
missing
said
that
local
on Switch.
multiplayer. I don't know if they said anything about online multiplayer or not.
Okay. So if you're familiar with Nickelodeon, there's lots of cartoon characters in this graphic. SpongeBob, Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's pretty cool. So hopefully it plays well, and maybe there'll be an online function too. Hopefully, we'll see. But with All-Star Fruit Racing, the Switch version got no online, which is a big bummer for me because I like kart games, but I passed up on that one because of no online. So, All right, and then this next title, go ahead and pronounce this one for us, Samantha.
Kimi no Hitomi me. I'm going to guess.
Sounds
it's
really
entirely
weird.
in Japan. There's no English version of this, I believe, yet, but this is a visual novel being brought to the Switch on August 23rd in Japan, so we'll wait and see if any version of this is translated or not.
All right, and then some big news here. Is this the first time this is actually localized, this next game? I'm not sure if the other versions were ever localized. I don't recall if they were.
Yeah, like other games in the series, I'm not sure.
So we have Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun. So this is coming west on November 2nd with a new trailer available as well. So this is, of course, a drumming music rhythm game. These are pretty big in Japan. We had a version on the Wii and Wii U, and it's actually being localized, which is amazing.
Yes, and so this was kind of widely expected before the official announcement, because first of all, this is the one I think we talked about a couple of weeks ago, where the Asian release was getting a day one patch with English available as a language option, so you would be able to play it in English either way. And then shortly after that, someone was data mining the Japanese version and found or I think before that, Bandai Namco trademarked the Drum and Fun name in Europe, and then someone data mined the Japanese game and found the English Drum and Fun logo in the game file. So it was pretty much assumed that this was being localized, but now it's official.
That's really cool. So we'll keep our eyes out then for this coming out west. And again, the date for that is November 2nd, so a holiday release for that. That's pretty cool.
So it looks like the one called Taiko Drum Master on the PlayStation 2, that one was localized.
Oh, okay. So we do have a localized one from the past then. Okay, I wasn't sure about that. Very cool. I'm filling with some widgets here. It looks like the Facebook widgets are still in beta, so I'm not getting my reactions here on stream, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. But hopefully when they actually get this fixed, we'll have, like, you guys, when you like and heart things on Facebook, I'll see it right here on my own screen as well through the broadcast. So anyway, we have some release dates to talk to you guys about. We got a handful of August through later this year. The first one up is Iconoclast, which we mentioned, I think, a podcast or two back. Refresh us what this game is, Samantha, if you can.
Yes, so Iconoclast is a 2D side-scrolling game. I think it's a Metroidvania. I've also heard it has a pretty good story, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Excellent. Then also August 2nd is what?
Picross S2, which I was not familiar with Picross S, but this is its sequel, and it's coming out that same day, August 2nd, for $8.99.
What is the S? Do you know?
What is the S? Let me look that up.
I never heard of it either. I'm like, there's two? Okay, what's this all about? So I was very curious about it. I didn't look it up, so I probably should have.
Okay, so Picross S is on the Switch. Maybe it stands for Switch. I don't know.
Interesting, yeah. But hey, that's August 2nd, so just a few days away. Next week, actually. and it goes for $8.99. All right. Then Japan is getting the Crash Bandicoot n-sane trilogy on October 18th. So if you're in Japan, that is coming your way this fall, October 18th.
I was surprised that there was such a gap.
I know, that's kind of weird, isn't it? But yeah, it's kind of odd. It's like a few month gap actually. So there you go. All right, so number 15th then is RPG Maker MV for Japan, and we kind of have a cross-play kind of thing going with this as well. Data can be shared between Switch and Xbox One, which is really nice. So I guess users can play each other's games. That probably would be the case with the data sharing.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what that means.
Maybe share assets as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So looking forward to this. We don't have a date for this in North America, or do we? I don't remember if we do.
I don't think so.
It really hasn't been officially announced, has it, in North America? I guess it has, actually, because I think I actually sent it for a review copy, or submitted a review copy, but I think Japan's getting it first. So
yes, most likely.
Yeah. All right, and then late in 2018 is Actung Cthulhu Tactics. There's also a new trailer available for this. And this is an RTS game, is that right?
I believe it's turn-based strategy.
Oh, turn-based.
We talked about it once before.
Yeah, it might have been a couple weeks back.
Yeah, turn-based strategy RPG, yes.
Okay.
Which you're fighting Nazis that have teamed up with Lovecraftian abominations, if the title didn't give it away.
Cool. So Russians and Nazis, we can all battle in these games. Excellent. All right, we're going to trailers and details now with everybody here. So welcome, guys, to the podcast. Again, we're on Facebook and YouTube here. I'll be checking comments here on both platforms if I can. I don't think my Facebook comments are working out either on my screen. So Anthony Bialy asks, what do you think of Nintendo Switch? Was thinking of getting one. The Switch is a great system, Tony. It's easy to get now in stores. It's in stock, and lots of games are available for it, whether retail or digitally. So, and also has lots of functionality as far as Joy-Cons go, and lots of good games available in a wide array of types of games, from fighting, RPG, action, fighting, whatever else. I think I said fighting twice, but also sports too. So, yeah, I think it's great. All right, guys, so let's do this. We have the Switch version of Dragon Ball Fighter Z will include new local multiplayer features. Any other details for that, Samantha, regarding those features at all?
Yes, so this is going to include 2 versus 2 and 1 versus 1 local matches, as well as an offline 6-player party match mode.
Oh, wow.
And so these, I believe, are going to be exclusive to the Switch version.
Oh, very nice. That's some good updates. All right, and then we also have Kirby Star Allies. We have a trailer for this. Introduces 2 new characters, being who? We have.
Well, actually, is that one character?
Well, I guess it is. Yeah. It's kind of like
like 2 characters who come together as a single. Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of like Rosalina and Luma, I guess. So Adeline and Ribbon are the characters' names. So there you go. Not too familiar with them, so. But now you can, I guess, befriend them in Kirby Star Allies. All right, we also have the key art being revealed for Cat Quest 2. I don't actually have it here on screen, but go to our website, and the link is right there. You can check it out. The artwork is pretty cool, actually. So if you like Cat Quest, do check out Cat Quest 2. All right, and then we have SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. We have a trailer for that. And they introduced a new game coming to the collection, being, which game is this, Samantha?
Yeah, so this is Chrysalis, or Chrysalis.
Never heard of it. Have you ever heard of this game before?
I hadn't heard of it before. No, apparently it was a NES game that was eventually ported to the Game Boy Color as well. And so this is an action RPG, and it's going to be included in this collection.
Excellent. We have some characters here kind of overlooking a big forest and some mountains, giving kind of a Zelda vibe, but it's not quite Zelda per se. But yeah, so Chrysalis, pretty cool. Looking forward to this collection, SNK 40th Anniversary. And the trailer, of course, is linked on our website, NintendoChitChat.com. Okay, we have 5 minutes of Super Neptunia RPG gameplay footage, which has been uploaded from the live stream, which I guess took place this past week. So do check out that. And then August 2nd, there will be a Senran Kagura live stream that will include information about Peach Ball, Senran Kagura. And Peach Ball is a character, or is it a mode? What is this?
This is a spin-off. This is the
Okay.
Senran Kagura pinball game that they announced for the Switch a while back, and they had said barely anything about it. But they announced that it's going to be part of this live stream, so we should know more about it then.
Gotcha. So Peach Ball is playing on pinball, I guess. That's kind of cool. All right. Let's wrap up things here, I guess. We have no 3DS news. We have some updates and DLC to talk about. Actually, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 makes this list. We have version 1.5.1, which brings what?
All right, so this is just making like a few little changes, fixing a couple bugs, but then it's also adding another, some more expansion pass content. So if you have the expansion pass, you can now get another rare blade called Crossette. There's also the fourth and final round of DLC quests available now with the expansion pass.
Okay.
Let me see. It looks like they've also added some more difficulty levels and the ability to change the battle music to one of the tracks from Xenoblade Chronicles if you have either Shulk or Fiora. So some good little updates coming with this.
Excellent. So that's version 1.5.1. And as we talk, I hear thunder in the background here, but we should be fine. We haven't lost power here for a long time, so it'll be pretty good to go. Before we go to break here, though, Samantha, I did want to talk to you about your poll you did on Facebook. So if you guys don't know, Samantha writes 2 or 3 posts for us per week on Facebook. So make sure you like our page, Nintendo Chit Chat. Go there. And she did a poll recently, which you can actually go vote on right now. It's still there from a few days back. And what was the poll that you created for Facebook, Samantha?
Yeah, so the poll was related to Pokemon Sun and Moon, because I'm playing Pokemon Moon now, asking which of the 2 sort of friend characters that show up in the game, Hao and Lily, which of them do you prefer? Which one do you like better?
Awesome. So I think I checked yesterday, it was like 88 to 11% in favor of Lily. And I actually voted Lily as well. And Daryl says Lily. So let me know, guys, in comments, who would you vote for, or go vote for right now, actually, or him, Hal or Lily, or just tell us in chat here too. It'd probably be easier as we speak on the podcast. But so Samantha, who do you favor in the game?
Oh boy, I guess I'd have to go with Lily. They both kind of annoy me a little bit,
Yeah.
but I think she annoys me slightly less.
Lily's like, get your hands around Cosmog once and for all. Stop, And then Hal is the grandson of the great Kahuna on the island, and he's like always so positive. Like, nobody's that positive all the time. That's how I feel between the 2 characters. But I would have voted for Lily, and I think I actually did in the poll you did. So
he also just seems like a sort of annoying character. Like, I don't know. Like, I just passed the one part where he's on the bridge and says, "Well, I'll check over here, you check over there," but he doesn't check anything. He just waits so you can't cross the bridge.
He just ruins boring moments, and he makes them more boring, I guess, by giving some more banter back and forth. And I don't know. Yeah, he wasn't even that tough to beat in the final part of the game either, I don't think either. So, and Susumu says, honestly, I like Hal more than Lily. I guess it's really a toss-up here, but I did favor Lily with those points I made earlier. So we have Daryl saying Hal is a complete nuisance throughout the entire game, which I kind of agree with. Yep. He's almost just there to give you some more, I guess, somebody to talk to, once in a while, which is kind of weird. Really
because that's what we needed, more people to talk to.
I know. Like, let me go out on my own and talk to people, some of the NPCs or whatever. but good good poll. So keep an eye out for that poll, guys. You can go there now and actually still vote in that poll. I think it lasts for an entire week. We'll be doing more of those too on Facebook. So go follow us there on Facebook. And we'll come back with Samantha. We got your questions here, Player Spotlight, and the Time Portal. So we'll be back in about a minute, guys. Hang tight. Thanks for joining us.
You're listening to the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast with your hosts, Eddy Ray and Samantha Linehard. We'll be right back after the short break. Grab the audio version of the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast on iTunes, Google Music, SoundCloud, or Player FM. Visit our website at NintendoChitChat.com and catch up on everything Nintendo. You're listening to the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast with your host, EDDY RAY and Samantha Linehard.
All right, guys, welcome back from our short break. This is EDDY RAY here from NintendoChitChat.com. We're both on YouTube and Facebook right now. And yeah, some of these Facebook widgets are brand new here, still in beta for XSplit, so hopefully they'll get resolved here so we can get some more features added onto our screen and incorporate you guys both on YouTube and Facebook directly on the stream. But welcome back. It is thundering pretty loudly here. And I saw Hannah in chat also saying it was thundering where she is too. So there's a storm moving through the area, but we should be pretty good to go here with the rest of the podcast. And I forgot to mention, the title of the podcast is Free to Play. Nintendo released a trailer a few days back for Paladins, which is available now, free to play. It was available earlier with the Founders Pack. Now you can also play for free. And you have to, of course, unlock characters by, I guess, paying for them. I'm not quite sure how the model works, but I believe that's the case. But we had a great live stream or two the last few days. We'll probably be streaming again tonight after the podcast, probably around 9 o'clock East Coast time. So if you're here, tell your friends and bring them to Paladin's live stream. And a big thanks to Nintendo for the early copy of the game with the Founders Pack. We got your questions here. We have the Player Spotlight, Time Portal. And we'll get to what games we're playing between Samantha and I here as well. And we'll probably do that after the Time Portal or these questions. I think I have it set up that way. So let's go right into it with you guys. We'll be bringing on the graphics here. So if you want to submit questions to us, guys, for our podcast, easy way to do it is emailing us, nintendochitchat@gmail.com. That is the easiest way. Or go to our Discord, of course, and look up the hashtag #NCC-podcast. That's the channel you ask the questions in. Ask several questions so we can choose a handful for each week's podcast, and we thank you for doing so. We have some good questions this week. Let's kick things off with Daryl. I think this is Daryl's maybe second question on the podcast. I'm not quite sure. But he says, how do you feel about Sony not enabling crossplay with Nintendo and Xbox? And of course, this came to a lot of discussion online, especially with the Minecraft trailer that Nintendo and also Microsoft put together for Xbox with the latest retail release of Minecraft enabling crossplay features. But Samantha, what do you think about Sony not enabling crossplay for some of these games between Xbox and Nintendo?
Well, I'm sure they have their reasons for not doing it, but it does kind of make them seem like, well, they just won't cooperate. Like, it does sort of stand out that, well, oh, Nintendo's willing to do this, Xbox is willing to do this, but PlayStation won't do this. So it's come up for several games now, like time after time. Now it's been, well, there's crossplay with Xbox, but no crossplay with PlayStation.
Right, so Rocket League and Paladins also has crossplay, but of course we know now there's no PC because of people using mouse and keyboard, with the slight advantage, of course, to console users. But people with Xbox can play with Switch users for Paladins, and a few other games as well now have crossplay. Minecraft. Yeah, I kind of agree. They've almost been kind of weird via, I guess, their PR campaign regarding this. They haven't really said too much. What they did say was just they were kind of brushing Xbox and Nintendo kind of off their shoulders a little bit. So it kind of came across brash, I guess, with no real explanation as to why. I think you have to be a little bit more upfront and honest about why people could take that into consideration, how they feel about it then. But I mean, Sony, did really well with PS4, pretty much winning, I guess, the generation, you could say. But yeah, it just kind of is a bummer, especially if you have friends on the system. They can't join you at all. So, but it gives Nintendo and Xbox the advantage to do some marketing together. So it kind of puts pressure on them. Yeah. So how do you guys feel about that? Good question, Daryl. Hopefully, I'm I'm not ruling out the chance of Sony actually enabling it at some point. We'll see. But let us know in chat. All right, so thanks for the question, Daryl. Very good discussion, and we'll keep that going in Discord if you like. All right, so Dank asks, what's your response to the fake Pokemon rage over Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee? I thought this kind of died down initially after the reveal of the games and Pokemon announcing that the mainline games are coming in 2019. So is there still rage going on with this, Samantha? I don't quite know if there is.
Yeah, I think the latest rage has come about because of, well, of course, there's the no wild Pokemon battles, the way they were traditionally done. That's what came out first. But then I believe this thing about how you have a requirement before you're allowed into a Pokemon gym, I think that's made the outrage resurge. Okay.
Yeah, I guess they can rage about it. I wouldn't rage about it. It's more of a casual type game of these titles, I think. So there's going to be some changes and some things in the formula you guys are probably used to if you're playing the mainline games. But if you play Pokemon Go, you shouldn't really be too upset, I don't think. But again, we have 2019, and if they're still doing weird things to the Pokemon games, then you can have rage, right? But don't be raging out at these games. There's really no reason to do that. These are like kind of in a different, I guess, gameplay regarding, of course, again, the titles is Pokemon Let's Go. So if you play Pokemon Go, you should feel at home with these games. More casual again. So what do you guys think in chat? Is there still rage over some of these changes coming to these games? And are you raged about it?
I do kind of see the fear that they're making the games easier and easier. And we don't know what the 2019 game will look like yet. So when you see even more changes coming with the Let's Go games to make it even easier and make sure you don't go into the gym with the wrong Pokemon type, I can see where there's some cause for worry, especially with changes that were made over the last couple of generations.
Is that like an automatic feature then they're adding into the game, or just happens where like it swaps out Pokemon or something?
I know, like the first Pokemon gym, there's a character standing in front who won't let you in if you don't have the type that is super effective against the gym's type. If you don't have the right Pokemon with you, they just won't let you in. And they've come up and said that all of the gyms will have requirements, but they didn't specify what the other requirements will be, if they'll all be a type requirement or if it'll be something else.
I mean, these could be little buffers they're adding in as extra features for people who are brand new. And again, Pokemon Go reached, what was it, over so many billion downloads? And a lot of those are kids with their parents' phones or secondary cell phones using this to play the game. And I think with the Switch selling really well as well, they'll be coming over with these games. And of course, they're compatible to one another as well. You can, I guess, bring Pokemon over from one to the other. So there's going to be a lot of kids playing these games, guys. It's very casual. Keep that in mind. But we'll wait and see, too. I mean, a lot of these changes could just be, artificial. You could actually maybe click them off or something, or they won't be as bad as you think. So keep that in mind. We have some time yet. The games aren't out till, November, I think, or December. So,
right.
Yeah. But good question, Dank. And again, keep discussing this on Discord. Keep the conversation going. All right, so Daryl and Dank, great questions. And of course, last but not least, we have Hannah again, Silver Fox. Asks if you could create one Splatfest battle theme, what would it be? And I thought about this, and we'll get Samantha, I guess, first. What do you think, Samantha?
Well, I haven't followed Splatfest too much. So this would be which team you'd be on? Yeah,
so like ketchup versus mayonnaise, what would you have between the two types?
I couldn't think of too much. I did think of one thing, although it's kind of so specific that I suppose there's a lot of people who wouldn't have a preference at all. But I was thinking turn-based RPGs or action RPGs.
That'd be cool. Yeah, for sure. I was thinking Star Wars versus Star Trek would be a good one, I think.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. But of course, a lot of these will be licensed, so they probably wouldn't be able to do that unless they got a deal or something. But yeah, so that's cool. When they did mayonnaise, I'm like, why didn't they do mustard? I still am questioning why. And here we go.
That seems like an odd pair to me too.
Yeah, and people are like, well, we can't play any games because we're all ketchup. Well, yeah, I played mayonnaise. I got into a lot of games. Nobody was mayonnaise at all, but mayonnaise still won. So, but some of the recent ones have been okay, I think, with being more balanced between each other. So, we have Dank saying black versus white. I guess are you racist? I guess colors, you're saying? Yeah, so Susumu says, how about sweet food versus salty food? That's good. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hannah says, yeah, they did that one. Actually, that was licensed. That's true. They did that one, so that's pretty cool. But good question, Hannah. Thanks very much for that. All right, that brings us to then the player spotlight here. Let's see. Hannah! Dun dun dun! Welcome. Congratulations, Hannah. Hannah's here in chat right now, so she is in Discord. She's in a lot of games. She was in a lot of our streams as of recent too, and in the past. So congratulations to her, and everybody say congratulations to her on Discord as well. We'll be tagging her after the podcast and adding her to the Spotlight Player Hall of Fame. She was playing Paladins with us just a couple days ago. It was a lot of fun. So congrats, Hannah. Good job. And again, guys, if you want your chance to be on the Player Spotlight, support us, be in Discord, be active in comments and YouTube, attend our streams, whether it be Facebook or YouTube. And again, great job, Hannah. And thanks for the questions, guys. Again, email us or go to Discord. Give us your questions. Okay. Move back to the time portal now. And then we have the Turtle Pop winner to announce before I forget, and also what games we're playing to go with you guys as well here. So this is issue, what number, Samantha, for the time
25.
Portal? 25. Awesome. We got a really good one here, too. One that actually people want to be remade or something, or maybe remastered, possibly. And this is the 1,000-Year Door Paper Mario. What year was this released?
Yes, so this was July 22nd, 2004 in Japan. The Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door first came out, and of course, people loved it. It seemed to pretty much take everything the first Paper Mario did and just did it better. And we're waiting for a true successor to it, and well, we know how that turned out, so we're still waiting.
It kind of went all downhill after this, didn't it?
Well, I actually defend Super Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Super Paper Mario was good.
Yeah,
but
that was fine too.
Then they went to Sticker Star.
Yeah, that was...
After almost making a game like the 1,000-Year Door.
Right. And Color Splash wasn't quite as bad as Sticker Star, but still had, I think, some problems and issues people had with it. So, but yeah, I agree. This is a fantastic game. Hopefully, we'll get something great again like this with Paper Mario. All right, awesome. Then we have, hey, a Wario game in the mix here. So we have WarioWare coming to the 3DS as well, or Wario, is it Gold? What's the new game called? I forget on the 3DS.
Yeah, WarioWare Gold.
Yeah, so that's a new game coming out. So we have WarioWare, or Wario Land, Shake It, I should say. And this came out to the Wii back on July 24th, 2008. And explain a little bit more about this.
Yeah, so this was the first game with the actual Wario Land title to appear on a console. They had been handheld before that, although there was a game called Wario World that was on consoles first. And so this used motion controls, which wasn't too popular, but aside from that, the game was pretty positively received. But again, it's been quite a while since we've seen a Wario Land game, so maybe we'll get one of those eventually.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have one on the Switch. This is 10 years ago already, so look at that. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, cool. And to kind of go on to some more Wii stuff here, we have July 23rd, 24th, and 26th in the time portal being Wii Sports Resort coming west. And this was, of course, additional mini games or sport mini games regarding the motion controls. And it actually came with Wii Motion Plus, which was an additional attachment eventually built into the controllers of the Wiimotes, allowing a little bit more motion control, better responsiveness as well. And this is actually a great collection of games. We had like a flying game, sword fighting, surfing, that kind of thing. And also basketball was mixed in here too, so a great title. Did you ever play Wii Sports Resort, Samantha?
No, I didn't.
It was actually really fun. It was a great party game too, so you guys, if you haven't played this game, do get it on the Wii. It's a great game. All right, so we have, wow, Australasia. I just read that. Did you see that, Samantha?
Australasia, yeah, that's a sort of general Australia, New Zealand region down there. They technically call it that.
Is that what it's called? Really? Never heard of that before. Wow. Google
it.
That's really interesting. So Australasia, interesting.
I've been saying that in time portals for weeks now.
You have? I must have just missed it. Wow. That's how much I listen to Samantha, guys, on the podcast. I just caught that with my eyes. I'm like, what is that? That's really cool. And funny, too. All right, so we have July 27th then. We have, we had to, of course, add one of these to the time portal, right?
Yes.
And this is Archirage Fantasia coming to North America. And this is a JRPG from the Wii, right?
Yes, so this came out on July 27th, 2010. I previously covered it in one of our articles. I think it was like overlooked or underrated RPGs for the Wii, something like that. I talked about this in Fragile Dreams. And so, yeah, so this saw mixed reviews when it first came out, but since then, people have actually discovered that it's quite good. It's become somewhat of a cult classic, except not for its voice acting, because the English voice acting is not great. But aside from that, it's a great game.
Excellent. So that's a very good mix of some games from the Wii, especially. Wrapping up this week, and of course the GameCube 2 with Paper Mario: A Thousand Year Door. So that's issue 25 for the Time Portal, guys. Go to our website and check out the full article, NintendoChitChat.com. And here we come to what games we're currently playing to kind of wrap things up for the podcast, episode 28. So Samantha, I'll go to you first. I'm not playing too many at the moment as far as different ones, but what are you mixing up in your gameplay right now?
All right, well, I've still been playing a little bit of Tales of Fantasia here and there. I've also been trying to get through Pokemon Moon, as I mentioned, trying to finally finish it since I've started and stopped it so many times. And lastly, I've been playing the Crash Bandicoot n-sane trilogy on the Switch.
Excellent. How far are you in Pokemon Ultra Moon?
Not Ultra Moon, regular Moon.
Oh, regular Moon. Gotcha.
How far am I? Let me see now. Oh, boy, I'm on the third island, maybe. I was on the mountain. I was up on the mountain and just came down from the mountain. So we just had the part where we went to the Ether Foundation base, and then from there went to the next island and went up on top of the mountain and did the trial there with the quiz that you had to do. So I just finished up that and then went back down the mountain.
Cool. So you're making your way through pretty good. And you're enjoying a good mix of games, too, from Pokemon and Crash. That's really cool. Yeah, right now, I'm mostly playing Paladins. I'm pretty addicted to the game. It's team-based, online. Of course, now with the free-to-play model out for a lot of users and the community members, we're playing with a lot of them. So we had a party of 5 for our squad a few days back. We actually pretty much owned all of the matches, except for like one of the matches. So there's Team Deathmatch, there's Siege, Onslaught, a few different kind of modes in the game. And then I think yesterday we were doing our own private server, which you can have 5-on-5. We did 4-on-4. We had just a few amount of players to join in. So I hope they add some things to the game, though. Right now there's no gyro aiming, which kind of is lacking, I think. Most of the other FPSs have it now, added via updates or coming with it automatically, like Wolfenstein 2 actually had it. So yeah, but a lot of fun. And again, thanks to Nintendo for the early copy of the game, the Founders Pack, which I think you can still purchase too. It pretty much gives you all of the characters up front instead of paying for each character to unlock or whatever in the game. So we'll be streaming this tonight, and that's really all I'm playing at the moment. I'm doing some Captain Toad a little bit as well. But yeah, so on the channel we're wrapping up Kirby Star Allies, some more Atelier, Lydian Suel. Other than that, it's mostly Paladins right now. And Susumu says, mostly playing Tomodachi Life and Animal Crossing New Leaf. Good mix. Seeing your guys' comments here. Let us know in chat what games you're playing as well. So we're going to wrap things up here with Samantha. Before we go, any little things you want to plug, Samantha?
Oh, no, I don't think I have anything in particular to mention this time. Excellent.
Oh, you tried buying the Founders Pack. Interesting, Golden. So you still can't buy it. I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure why. Because you could beforehand, I thought. Maybe it was early access or something for a limited time. So that could be the case with that. I'll check into it for you. But all right, Samantha, great job on the podcast, on the articles as well. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you then next week.
All right, have a good weekend.
You too. All right, guys, wish her a good weekend. And thanks for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Eddie Ray for episode 28, closing things out. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys in probably a couple of hours with Paladins, if not before. Take care, everybody. See you soon.
Grab the audio version of the Nintendo Chit Chat podcast on iTunes, Google Music, SoundCloud, or Player FM. Visit our website at NintendoChitChat.com and catch up on everything Nintendo.